Currently enters, running back from spawn. It's going to be Hobbit.
Here comes that push onto the B site. Amanek able to deny that bomb on short. Nico's still sitting back, and Amanek makes it another kill from the bomb site. It's only Shiro left. He's in the back lines, and he's got the first frag.
Bomb down short, obviously, by the play of Amanek pushing through the smoke has put a bit of a problem into the works here. Shiro in the clutch. We talk about his clutches. It's been the talking point coming into DreamHack Masters, and now Shiro needs to look to find him. Spots Amanek down short. The headshot landed. Looking for the second to start off DreamHack Masters best of threes with a clutch in for Shiro. Low HP on Jax, but he hits the headshot.
Hobbit was thinking of going aggressive, but he's just going to stick close by. Two players low on either side, and Hobbit's going to try and use this off angle.
Well, Hobbit, I couldn't get it. Nico was faster, and now it's just Shiro again. 1v2 clutch for Shiro with the AWP. He'll miss the first shot. Now in behind cover, looking to try and follow up and reset onto Nico, who's just jiggling for the info, but he hits the shot. And now 1v1 up against Nexa. He's down to 3 HP over here for the G2 player. And he'll be pushing forward, finds Shiro, and yet another 1v2 going in favor of G2 as well in terms of the kills, but Gambit, that's a group up play from Gambit into the B site. Currently G2 sitting back, not close in the site at all, so they're in towards short. That does give Gambit the site to play with, but fights will certainly ensue here with G2. Nexa further back, Jax in front of him. He was the USP torn out of the round, and Axel follows up with follow-up headshots. He's having a great time here, Axel. 4 kills in the round, and now it is just Amanek left alone with the AWP on the other side of the map. Axel's having a field day against these G2 players there.
Axel's the man who's going to keep him trapped, though.
Yeah, he spots the barrel, but he wants him to just take the peek, and there it is. Nico going into Axel's crossout. It is just Hunter left alone. First pick onto Axel is good. But Hobbit and Shiro still stand for Gambit, so Hunter realizes getting back over to the other side of the map is definitely a long run. And with the positions that you've got here for Gambit, it's hard to look past them, just shutting him out of this one. Hunter starts to clear all the close positions, goes to the murder hole. Waiting for him is Hobbit. Yeah, Nico coming in behind. He's coming pretty quickly now as well. Shiro seems to have the right read of the apartment play, though. He's got the deagle up, and Nico checking all of the close angles. Eventually will have to go as this time takes on, and the little peek up from Shiro gathers that info. And he's going to be looking for this headshot. Grabs Nico, plays the position to perfection, and now Nexa left out. 2 players, completely different positions outside of ramp and palace, but one inside of connector right now for Gambit. This A picture certainly could come through, and Hobbit's found the opening pick. Amanek getting involved with the AWP. And Inters is going to try and take that all out of play. They're both aggressive inside of the site, so they need to win this ramp fight. They need some control back, and Inters is not going to allow any of those kills to stand for Gambit. The bomb's still undecided as to where it's going to go, because they've got both sides basically at this point. Hunter is the remaining player up top stairs. They're fighting on both sides of the map. Amanek spots the foot of a player, so that's some information that there is at least one on towards ramp. But Nafny, like you said, he was the mid play, and now he's looking to try and take the play up short. It's Hunter that's won in the battle, though, and Amanek getting a kill as well. Ooh. Hobbit onto Nico. Able to pick it up, and now the play starts to come into the B side of the map. It's the bomb leading the charge here for Inters. Jax gets picked off, and Hunter, he's just hiding, biding his time as the play comes through. It's the bomb at the front there for Gambit. It's been caught out. The headshot onto Inters landed. And it's now Shiro left alone, tucked up in the apartments, and I don't think this is the clutch he'll be winning this time around. It's 11-4. We've
got to see if G2 can win this pistol, though. It's almost a must-win to keep themselves in with a chance on their map pick.
And while G2 are going to be setting up for the B play, and Inters is the first man up here. Flash ready from his teammate on in. It's Inters with the first pick. Nafny with a great flash buying a follow-up in as well. And Inters just finds a couple of players blinded in front of him. Amanek and Nexa have done a very good job, though, at getting these trades back in for G2.
Quick plant from Hunter. There is a kit dropped on the site. That's something that Gambit will have to get figured out on this retake, because the smoke is buying a good bit of time here before the retake begins.
Nexa close up. Hobbit's going to try and clear this position, and Nexa, he's not going to be able to land the headshot. Hobbit with the body shots eventually picks up that kill, and now trying to find the player at bench as well. Nico, he's been dropped extremely low in HP, but he has got that cover to play with on bench, and that's keeping him alive at the minute. Axel now trying to get in, but it's Hunter with the follow-up headshots. Smoke over the top. Simple execute coming in here for G2, looking to just try and force back the defensive players with simple utility. A molly into Ticket, a deep smoke for the top of Con, and they catch him with a flash here. Nafny completely blinded thanks to Amanek's flashbang, and Jax will take that kill all day long. And now Hunter, you mentioned the Hawk, it's all about trying to find some extra cash, and G2 are winning this one cleanly, they're winning it convincingly, and now the name of the game is eliminating every single player. Mainly coming up short, but they have one prong to the approach from the apartments, and now they start to go through. They're walking right into a stack, Hawk, and this could get messy if they don't find these initial kills, and they're not finding the initial kills. Axel enters, finding kills on the pistols, and now G2 with a big issue in front of them, and Nico is left alone in a 1v5. They haven't been able to find a single kill up until this point. Nico picks out one with the orb, but plenty more to find. They've got to flush out Hobbit from under the wood though, and they're trying to play this contact, so they don't really want to use that utility just yet until they get into better positions. And he spotted Hobbit, the spray will go away, but it's Hobbit with the headshot. And with that kill, he knows he can just sit back. And once again, it is Nico in the 1v5 with the orb. Yeah, Nico taking damage, but he stays alive. 51 HP, Ichi soars on in, and Nico will not stay alive thanks to the spray through the smoke from Axel. He connects onto Nico, enters through the smoke, walking through it this time, connecting onto the head of Nexa. And Hunter, he's going on the big run around. He's got the marathon ahead of him. He's sprinting the marathon. And they're taking their time, still looking at Tetris. They think he's hidden behind, but no one's reading this play just yet. No one's reading for it, and Shiro will spot it if he goes for the peek, but it's down to the defuse close. He takes the first pick, and the defuse is just stuck too long.
Hunter's able to get close onto Connector, but he's not ready for the re-aggression.
And the flash is at the ready here for G2. They're about to pop into the B side. Will they be able to hold on? Shiro, he had an angle, he had an opportunity, but now Axel, his turn to try and strike, and again getting multi-kills. He's up to 26 frags on Mirage. It's a 15-hit scoreline, and Axel has been popping off. It's a very difficult angle to fight here, especially since Hobbit has that little bit of the curve he can play with, and now Nexa trying to swing out, but he cannot get it done. It's Gambit coming in with a convincing win.
Nexa's got a nade at the ready. If he times this right, there are two players without Kevlar. In goes the nade. Not that much damage done, though, before the push.
Yeah, we'll smoke up in Nexa's face. He's held back behind it, and they're just looking for a couple of these fights. Yet to draw blood, yet to get the first kill for either of these sides. And Inter's in the middle of the bomb train. Pressure's certainly on. Fights all over the site going in, but Nexa finally getting first blood. Nafny walks through the smoke, doesn't see Nexa on the elevated position, and his trades back and forth, but Nico grabs the advantage for a short while before Shiro swings out for the double peak on the P250. A 3v3 again as G2 start to make their way through. Post-plant positions are pretty solid for Gambit, but they're trying to get another kill to be a bit more comfortable, and G2 are winning those fights up until this point. Shiro and Hobbit bouncing back into it, and with that time ticking on, Shiro's done so much, and Hobbit from upper could have just hidden away. Yeah, Nico stealing it away, but look at Axel. He's trying to get the flank, he's trying to get the lurk, but Hunter, he stayed there. He's waited for that moment, and Axel's been brought out. And now it is going to be a 4v3 with Gambit down in the post plant. G2, they may have the man advantage, but they've still got to move forward, and Nexa is going to do exactly that. Nafny drop, Nico hitting the headshot on Hobbit, and now it is all onto the Clutch King, Shiro. The time is ticking. He can delay them from getting onto the site. He's hit one, and there's no time. Shiro wins it out. And G2, they've got to feel like they probably should have had a few rounds now on the board.
This game is still teetering on a knife's edge, though. If they win this, they still reset Gambit.
And while Inter's running deep in, Nexa quick on the MP9, and they dive deep into this B site. Is Nexa playing from Summit, gets a second kill on the MP9. He's doing work with the weakest weapon in play, and he's gonna go and try and follow up. Weak guns can do big things, and it's a follow-up. That's the bomb dropped onto the floor, and everything is working out for G2.
Unfortunate not to get that kill, but nonetheless, Gambit will look for more. Hobbit finds that favorable fight.
And Hunter's torn out, but Inter's following up with the HE credit, and now it gets messy for G2. They're down into a 3v3. And it's certainly winnable here for Gambit. We know they can pull these kind of rounds off. So for G2 with 20 seconds left, it's all about making sure that you patch up the hold. But Shiro so down quick on the deagle. Nico getting a double kill though, and that's the bomb down. And now it becomes Inter's in a 1 versus 2 clutch. The rest of his team delivering, and now Jack's going up the ladder, itchy down. Jack's going to be knitted from the backside, down to 54. Now the play out, Ivy from Axel needs to deliver, and it's not happened. Amanek and Hunter finding the important kills, and now the walk into B must come.
Amanek loves this close quarters AWPing apparently, sitting behind the smoke. This time the no-scope lands, but Shiro is going up close himself. It's basically a shotgun battle, but Amanek scopes in, spots him on the edge of the smoke.
He's got to play off of his positions very well right now. Gambit going to be pushing him on all fronts. Nico has to get lucky with some timing, has to be able to land every shot, and he's not even given a single chance. Looking at Ivy as the play comes through. Pop Dog and Hobbit stopping the rotation down the ladder. He gets one. Jax gets away, and there's time to get the bomb plant in. Gambit play it slow, but it's effective in the final few moments. And Amanek starts to back away, realizing that this round has to be conceded, but Nafny might just be the thorn in their side. He might just try and eliminate every single weapon. Amanek obviously has some cash, but just drawing him out of the round is perfect. And the second kill from Nafny is good as well. That upper in the brown holes, but they're going to start walking away. And Gambit, that information is not very useful for G2, that they have spotted the player upper. Instead, Gambit are going to be going for the drop down. Jax, he throws the smoke down, just saving that utility for the final few seconds, has thrown a bit of a spanner into the works for Gambit. There's now 20 seconds left. Nico's got into the smoke at T-Con. They saved the utility for this exact moment, and as it fades away, it's Nico that gets dropped by Inters. And now the play out into the A site. Hunter waiting for his kills with the M4A1S, but he's caught in the backside by Nafny, and Jax gets dropped on. Time is of the essence. Nexa dropping down on the side, a second kill for him, and he's done it. He's trying to deny the plant, and it's just not come in time. Or G2 on this pistol. Amanek throwing his smoke out upper. He is the only player over at B, and not for long. He is picked off by Hobbit. Now the play from G2, they're kind of forced to go in for the A play now, and they're going to try and push through Ivy, but Nafny with the cleanest headshot you like to see, just taking Nexa and Nico out of the pistol. They've got no chance in this one. Gambit finding every fight. They get the info that no one's actually pushing in lower with it, so G2 are coming into the A site via T-Con. They've got an Ivy prone to the approach as well, and their Pop Dog player just got dropped by the MP9 of Nafny, and Gambit trying to figure out where they're coming from. They finally get their answers, and Nafny's having a good round here. He's found the initial kills, but G2, they've shown up, they've answered back, and now does Shiro just left alone. A 1v3 with a FAMAS in 7 seconds. Shiro's gonna try and get in behind, finds Nexa, could deny the plant, 4 seconds. He couldn't quite get the final shots off.
It has got that high armor pen.
Yeah, flash up here for Nafny. They're going to run with the MP9. That's the bomb caught. Luckily, Nico turns around and hits the no-scope.
Nafny might realize that G2 were thinking of the B lean, but they're just going to go for it either way, and Hobbit is the man trying to be elusive on the site.
Oh, they haven't checked him. They haven't cleared him. And Hobbit just wondering what's going on. When are they going to fight him? And finally, they do. Amanek looks his way. He's looking to take the ramp fight, but Jax had a window of opportunity where Hobbit was not looking at his position, and Axel with that UMP doesn't get to do anything with it. Falls to the hands of Nexa, holding for the ladder walk up. And now G2, they take the B side. There's still 2 players in play, or at least there were 2 players in play, no longer, as Inters is now the only remaining Gambit player, and he's going to run away. Great spray control. Great composure under pressure, and now Axel, he's repositioned upper, and he's found the bomb. He's looking for Amanek as well, and he's low. He's just 1 bullet away from death, but Axel, what a round from him. What damage output he can do. And now Shiro and Inter is trying to win out the 2v2 to put Gambit on double figures, but it has to be Shiro. They call him the Immortal King here at DreamHack Masters. We'll see if he can clutch it out in the 1 versus 2 clutch. He's going to save into the next one, and we're looking at the 13th round for G2. And Nexa climbing the blue trend, 25 seconds, timer on the play here. Nexa getting 1. Only the 1 though, and they haven't been able to follow up for G2. And they're just getting picked apart by Axel. Great hold.
And that's what Gambit are great at. As soon as they get a bit of info, they use it to take a smart decision, to gamble the rotate ahead of time, and Shiro's in position.
And Shiro's back Oil. We'll see if he can deliver with this 8 WP. He's being pushed down to the left side of Oil. It's a quick play from Jax, but Hobbit's there as well. They haven't been able to get anything, and Jax doubles up. He looks for a bit more and finally shut down by Nafny. Bomb plant secured in for G2. And it's a 3v4, now 2v4 thanks to Nico's shot through the smoke.
Now Gambit need to go ahead and dig deep here, and this could be a fast A play for G2 to try and end it.
The running, and Jax is the front man in the play, and Shiro with 1. Run down by the Molotov, the player in front of him. He's extremely low, but Shiro, he's got rifle support, he's got utility support, and this round's better from Gambit. They're getting all of the important early kills, and Hunter backing away. He realizes this one's a non-starter for G2, and Hobbit, he has pushed all the way through the brown holes. Hunter has to be ready. He's got his gun out, but Hobbit still wins the duel. This is going to be deadly for G2. It's going to be difficult. They're going to lose members. And Axel and Nafni trying to double up. Axel going through, only getting the one kill. And G2, they win their battles. They win their scrimmages in towards the T-Con area. And now with a 3v3 in play, you are looking at that potential flank coming in from Shiro as well. He switched out to the AK. He's going to try and get in behind. Inters holds off the Ivy play, but Nexa snaps some necks, and Shiro getting out from Pop Dog. It's a 1 versus 2 for Shiro. Now left on the server. Nexa and Amadek, they're low in HP, and they've got 12 seconds, and they can run it to the B site. They've got to run quickly here, though. They've got to get on the plant, and Shiro cannot get the kill. Nexa closes it out. He had big rounds on the CT side. He had huge rounds on the T side.
And that's what they did in their opening game of this tournament against Fiend. They played on Dust 2. They had an incredibly good CT side. I especially liked Hobbit and Inters on that B site. They were locking down a lot of the fast plays Fiend were throwing at them. Let's see if they are ready to do the same against G2, because they are going to have to be ready for this G2 side.
Well, Jax is out long. We'll see if Nico starts galloping like a happy horse for Maniac in this one, as Jax starting things off well. It's a double kill on the P250. He's looking for even more as the rest of his teammates just rush up short into the A site. Nafty's under so much pressure, he cannot hold on. And they've been broken apart here in defense for G2. Hobbit and Inters into a 2v4, pushing up into short. Shots whiz past, but it's a double stack from the T side, and Nico is the only one required. He's outside of long right now, playing anti-flash in the corner, just waiting for them to run out into his long position. Hobbit is ready. They're going to hard clear him, though, and Jax is completely ready. He had Amanek there backing him up on the MAC-10. You're talking about how he's just wild when he gets that gun in his hands, and Shiro getting involved. Axel on the lineup, a double kill, 3 kills from Axel. Goodbye, G2.
The A-Long is more of a fake. It's Nico on the lurk while his teammates push up short.
Shiro, he'll connect the first. Amanek is down and out, but Hobbit, he's still a threat they've got to deal with on ramp, and he's got cover. He's got a first kill as well. Nexa answering back with a quick headshot, but couldn't quite figure out how to deal with Shiro. And now there's just Nico left alone. 1v4 found by Nafny. They don't really have too much utility left. They've got these 3 smokes, and that looks to me like the perfect setup for a short take. But Shiro, not flashed off the angle, is able to take Jax out of the round and drops the bomb. So that's good info picked up alongside the initial kill.
Shiro's really good in that spot, close on short, just dodging the flashes, just getting that 1 kill early that you need, falling back with the molly, getting onto the site, and here comes the drop, but Hobbit's ready.
Yeah, this was this initial reposition, right? When they put Shiro up, they put Hobbit down CT. The drop comes in, he's only good for 1, and it's the play into B that hasn't worked out for Amanek. Inters is ready for the smoke fade away, and Amanek is unveiled. It's a nasty surprise for Amanek, with Inters on the other side, and Gambit now, they're going to be finding themselves a 4th round as G2 have to call this one off.
G2 do have players in B tunnels. They might just try and pounce here. Mid is probably open when the CTs put that much emphasis on long, and they're just going to go for it.
Ooh. I love this quick response. I love the decisiveness from G2 to commit, but they run up the B ramp. The bomb's been stopped. Inters has found a kill as well. Jack's doing his best, but look at Hobbit. He's in behind middle. Axel's peering over the top. Nico's been plucked out of the round, and now it is just Jax left alone. They like a little bit of French cuisine. Jax goes out. Nafny, of course, can't see anything just yet, but that smoke will eventually start to fade away, and so is the clock. We're running dry here on sand, and G2 have got to really figure out where they want to go with this one. They've got to commit quickly, and they're going through the mid doors with limited time. This is risky from G2. They need to get the kills immediately, and Hobbit's coming in behind. It's a meat grinder, it's a death machine, and Gambit up 8 rounds. And it is a 3v4. Man advantage in play for Gambit.
Behind them, though. They pushed in long.
The flankers come in quickly. Axel just out of nowhere, line them up, and Hobbit's there with them. Nico finally gets involved, but it's a 1v3 clutch in total.
2 more to find on 15 health. No bomb in his hands, and Shiro is walking up short. He just wants to take the fight, and Nico's not ready. Easy kill from Shiro.
They've got an AK-47 in the hands of Jax, the rest on weaker weapons. 2 Galils, and they'll walk out mid. Hobbit is ready for Hunter. Can he get a second? Hunter? He is avenged by Jax, and Hobbit could not find the multi-kill on Nafny's turn, but they're just not getting these multi-kills. Great training from G2. Now it comes down to the B side, and Inters has been fantastic in this position. Once again, delivers at least one kill. The bomb is stuck outside. Jax has not been able to get into the B site, and Shiro, he's got him locked in. You may still be alive, but you're dead to rights right now. Shiro holding for the cross. This time will start to tick down, and Shiro knows he's got that player pinned.
Can he toss the bomb? I'm not sure. I don't think he can throw it far enough. If he does try to, he might become exposed to the angle of Shiro. Instead, they're going to move up close.
Oh, the headshot. They went to double peek, but Jax just hits the headshot. Lightning fast, lightning accuracy. And now it is Axel trying to get out mid. The M4 into the 1 versus 2 clutch. He's been solid so far. We'll see if he can keep it up and close out the half in style for Gambit. 12 rounds in a row it would be. And Axel about to come through window. Jax down below him. He hit the headshot. He follows it up as well.
This one, though, they're taking their time early. That molly into B will flush Amanek out, but the bomb is currently moving into A.
Yeah, up short he goes, and Nico clean on the pistols. 2 headshots picked up. He goes back for a 3K, but can't quite make it happen. But the rest of his team are stepping up, and now Shiro into the 1v3 clutch. He's found Nexa. He will be looking for a second victim, and he's got the headshot there as well. 28 seconds, bomb down at short, and his last victim also happens to be there. It's Amanek. As Shiro moves forward, he spotted the head, I think, there. He's going to run straight over to the B side, but there's going to be limited time. Shiro just has to sprint. He's watching for the drop. 14 seconds left. He's checking all of these positions, and he hears the footsteps. He's going for the fight. Amanek now just needs to back off. Shiro should just have enough time to start getting this bomb planted, but Amanek's going to run him down. He's going to run straight to the doorway and calls it off just as the bomb plant comes through. Amanek now waiting for the window push-up. The tension building for Shiro as he moves to the back of the platform. Yes, 2 angles to worry about right now. Eventually, as the time ticks on, even tunnels could be a possibility, but Shiro is focusing on doorway, and he spotted Amanek. The headshot's in. It's traded out, and now the play from Gambit is to go into the A long area. Intro is still a prong to the approach from short and has put pressure on Nexa. Now he has to think about where he looks and tries to isolate these fights, and he's taking that short fight, and he's going to lose it just about as well. Inter's dropped down to 7 HP, and now it is Jackson Hunter in the 2v3. Make it 2v2 with that near kill. Axel and Shiro setting up for the clutch. If you want 2 players alive, it certainly is these 2. It's eagle out for Axel, and the boost is perfect here from Jax. They've looked away, and they have no idea he's looking up onto the side at the moment, but he's not been able to get an opportunity out of it. They got behind cover, and now Axel's starting to take fights. He's down to 1 HP, but Shiro's still there, backing him up, and now another 1v2 needed for Shiro. He's 18-6, make it 19, as Shiro continues to win clutches. Nico, he's got the flash at the ready. Amanek and Nexa currently setting up on the A side. That molly has burnt away. Amanek just forced him back, or Nexa forced him back a little bit. And now Nafny's starting to creep up closer. They have no idea how close he is, but because the smokes are up, they just have to assume. And Nico gets the flash ready, but Nafny's got into Goose. There's no way you check this spot, truly. As Nexa starts to walk up, the play out long starts to come in, and Nafny is just chilling in behind the smoke, but Hunter and Nico, they've taken the kills, and Nafny's found himself 1 onto Nexa. Ooh, oh, the B play as well coming in. It's all onto Nico, and Jax left in this 2v2. 11 seconds left. Itchy soars into short. Nico blasted out of the round, and it's all on Jax. Bomb plant starts to come through here for Gambit.
Jax sneaking up through short. They don't seem to know he's here, but Nafny's going to look and land a headshot. Nafny and Shiro both drop 20 in a dominant performance from Gambit.
Hollywood person.